know, for someone who says that he didn't like the last movie that came out for the live-action Transformers movies, I sure do happen to buy a lot of live-action movie Transformers toys. That's mainly because of the fact that the movie toys are just freaking amazing. So as you guys see in the title, this is Studio Series Blackout. Literally compared to my head, the helicopter mode is huge. Have a little go around to see the detail on the side there. Yep, it's a whopper, alright. This thing looks absolutely great in its vehicle mode. Well, for the most part, I should say. There are some issues that I have with the vehicle mode, but that mostly comes down to just some things not clipping together here and there. And by here and there, I mean here, these bits on the side aren't always that great at holding together, and these guys back here don't always clip together. They just kind of sit like that. I mean, it doesn't really bother me that much. There's always going to be some kind of panel lines that happen on a Transformers figure. And panel lines on vehicle modes don't always bother me that much, so we'll just let it slide. Another thing I'm going to let slide, but it's something I'm not really too keen on, are exposed hinges outside the vehicle mode. Guys, I mean, they blend in really well. They're small enough, so like I said, I'll give it a pass. But yeah, just have a look at this thing, guys. It blows the 2007 Voyager toy straight out of the water. That toy needed to show how hefty this guy was, and this toy does that tenfold. Got some nice decals all over the vehicle mode as well, with the Decepticon symbol on the front, these little militaristic symbols on the back. You got USAF 4500X back here as well as something else, along with his name of all things on the tail rotor. I mean, sure, why not? But yeah, this guy looks great and hits all the check marks that it needed to. Another check mark that this figure gets is pull out this little glob of mass here, pull on some hinges, and boom, you've got a little Scorponok. It totally makes sense that this little guy comes with the toy, so I'm kind of happy that it's here. Scorponok's just a little guy. He looks like how he did in the movie, and even more so than the one that came with the Voyager class from 2007, and doesn't really need a silly transformation like the deluxe toy had. And you know, I think the deluxe toy of Scorponok had an effect on Revenge of the Fallen Ravage. He has a silly and unnecessary transformation for his deluxe toy too. A re-entry mode? Come on. Dumb. A robot mode for a Scorpion? No. Dumb. This is all he needs, and he looks great. Anyway, back to Blackout. Now, I'm sure it's kind of obvious why I started in the vehicle mode for this, but I just feel like doing it this way. And if you've already figured out why I'm doing it, then just let this happen. MH-53 pilot, power down now. Have your crew step out or we will kill you. And so we get to what is my personal favorite of the figure itself. Like how Nitro Zeus was the only figure I wanted from the last night, this guy is actually the only one so far that I would like from the Studio Series line. But that all depends on if I decide to make a movie shelf of my favorite characters from the live-action movies for my collection. I don't know, just a maybe. Just depends on how I spend my money, which I'm usually poor with. Anyway, Blackout. God, this figure looks so great from head to toe. Looks just like how he did in the movie. He has a great head sculpt up on there. They even worked the little tail rotor into his little weapon. One thing I must point out is that this gun I actually just put on here before doing this review. This gun did not come with him. It actually came with Fall of Cybertron Swindle? I think that's right. But yeah, I figured that this is a pretty good stand-in for his minigun that he has in his arm. I kind of like it. It gives him a little more oomph with his weaponry. Another cool thing you can do with Blackout is you can take Scorponok, fold him back up into his little thing that you had for vehicle mode, come right back here to this peg, just slap him on the back there, and he's ready to launch and creep underneath to attack some humans. Kind of has a chicken legs thing going on, but you can extend it to make him a little taller if you want. Me personally, I like having him a little bit up, but more down than anything, just because he looks good, kind of stocky and kind of like a brute. Which, that's pretty much what he is. One thing that kind of bothers me about his transformation, though, is that these little panels right here on his arms, these kind of have a tendency to come off, at least on mine. I don't think it's really that much of a problem on anyone else's. I haven't heard anyone complain about it on theirs. But just letting you know that it's a problem on mine, it more than likely is just a case of your mileage may vary, though. Obvious erection joke. And one more thing I want to talk about is these hands. They're kind of just perpetually just forward like this. But he's able to open and close them, which is really good. But I do know that there are going to be some third-party or at least 3D printed hands that are going to be for this guy. I think if I remember correctly, it's from Shockwave's lab. And to be honest, I might pick those up for this guy just because like they're articulated hands. They're actually forward-facing instead of like kind of more natural-looking hands is what I'm trying to get at. So I might pick those up. If you're interested in that, then you can look them up for yourself as well, because I can't buy anything right now. But yeah, that's pretty much all I really wanted to say about this guy. Just that I like it a whole lot, and it blows the original Voyager figure out of the water. I'd even say it's better than the animated toy. But then again, the animated toy is just great because it's from animated, so we'll let that slide. But if you're going to go with a Blackout figure, there aren't really much to choose from besides this guy in the 2007. I mean, what else is there? The Energon one from Bruticus Maximus? Demolisher's Minicon from Armada? I don't know. If you want a Blackout figure for your collection, I definitely recommend that you go this way. He's a great figure, he's really big, he's got everything that you could want from a Blackout character. And that's pretty much all I really have to say about this guy. So there's another review from me, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like, leave a comment, and yeah, just subscribe for more. So until next time, I've been 01 Transfan, the #1, and I'll talk to you all next time. Take it easy.